time is slowing down around you now. Each second stretches into something softer. Each minute becomes an hour of gentle drifting. You don't need to track time anymore. The only rhythm that matters is the one you can feel deep within your chest, pulsing at 432 hertz. This frequency wraps around your thoughts like silk. It touches every cell in your body with warmth. Each vibration carries you further from tension, further from the weight of daily concerns. You are being held now, suspended in something vast and gentle. Above you, the aurora moves like breathing fabric, ribbons of green and gold flowing in slow motion. They never rush. They simply drift, like memories of light. Around you, walls of rose quartz shimmer with inner warmth. They hold you in their pink embrace, translucent and perfect, filtering the aurora into pools of liquid color that move across the floor beneath your feet. The floor itself is cloud, soft and yielding, but never collapsing. You step lightly, and it holds you perfectly, as if it has been waiting for your weight. The air here is thick with warmth. You breathe it in slowly, feeling it fill your lungs completely. There's a scent too, faint but unmistakable. The smell of rain on petrichor stone, fresh and earthy, grounding even though you're floating. Your shoulders drop another inch. Your jaw unclenches without effort. Light moves differently here. It doesn't rush from source to destination. Instead, it flows like honey through a sieve, catching on the edges of the quartz walls, splitting into rainbow fragments that dance across surfaces. These color pools move slowly, following their own ancient choreography. Sometimes they meet, blending blue into yellow, creating moments of perfect green. Sometimes they separate again, returning to their individual songs. There is no sound here, except for the one you carry within, that steady pulse at 432 hertz. It resonates through the quartz, through the aurora, through the cloud floor beneath your feet. You feel it most strongly in your chest, where your heart beats slightly slower now, matching the rhythm of this place. Your breathing has changed too, deeper and more complete. Each inhale brings more of that warm air. Each exhale releases something unnecessary. Tension you didn't know you were holding. Thoughts that no longer serve you. Fears that dissolve in this light. Look around you. Really see where you are. This observatory exists only for you right now. It holds nothing but peace. Nothing but the gentle mathematics of relaxation. Nothing but the frequency that calls you home. Home to yourself. Home to stillness. Home to the version of you that remembers how to simply be, without doing, without striving, without the constant push forward. Here, forward is just another direction, not a demand, not a pressure, just space to move through. If you choose, or not to move at all, which is also perfect. Perfection lives in the stillness here, in the way light pools settle, in the way your breath finds its own pattern, in the way time has stopped asking anything of you. You belong in this slowness. Your body recognizes it. Your mind is beginning to remember what it feels like to rest completely, not the surface rest of sleep, but the deep rest of understanding that you are exactly where you need to be, exactly who you need to be, exactly as you need to be, right now. The aurora continues its patient dance above you, green ribbons curling like smoke, gold threads weaving between them, occasionally a flash of purple, deep and mysterious, but never startling, always part of the whole. The quartz walls hum softly. You can't hear it with your ears, but you feel it in your bones. A low vibration that says, you are safe. You are held. You are exactly enough. Step forward if you wish. The cloud floor will support you. Or stay where you are. The view is perfect from every angle. There are no wrong choices here. No paths that lead away from peace. Only different ways of experiencing the same fundamental stillness. Your hands might want to touch the walls. Go ahead. The quartz is warm, warm like summer stone, heated by gentle sun. It vibrates slightly under your palm, singing the same song as your heart. 432 hertz. The number doesn't matter, but the feeling does. It's the feeling of coming home, of finding the place inside yourself where everything settles, where everything makes sense. The scent of petrichor grows stronger, as if rain is about to fall. But there are no clouds, no sky as you know it, just the aurora, just the light, just this perfect moment. Rain here would be different, warm and healing, each drop carrying the frequency, singing as it falls, cleaning away anything that doesn't belong, leaving only what is true. What is real? What is yours? The color pools on the floor have shifted. Blue has moved closer to you, bringing a sense of calm so deep. It feels like diving into still water. Yellow has drifted to the far wall, casting everything in golden hour light, the kind of light that makes everything beautiful. Even things you thought were ordinary, even parts of yourself you overlooked, especially those parts. They shine now in this golden light, in this perfect frequency. You are learning to see yourself clearly, not through the lens of judgment, not through the expectations of others, but through the lens of this place, this perfect observatory of peace, where everything is filtered through love, through acceptance, through the deep knowing that you are worthy, simply because you exist. No conditions, no requirements to be better, to do more, to achieve, to prove anything at all. Just to breathe, just to be present, just to feel the warmth. The aurora shifts again, now mostly purple, deep royal purple, like velvet at twilight. It moves slowly, with the patience of mountains, the patience of stars. Your eyelids are growing heavier, but there's no rush, no need to fight it, no need to stay awake or to close your eyes. Either choice is perfect. Either choice leads to the same peace. Because peace isn't dependent on your eyes, on your posture, on your ability to concentrate. Peace simply is. Like the aurora, like the quartz walls, like the frequency humming in your chest. It exists whether you notice it or not, whether you believe in it or not, whether you try to hold it or release it. It simply flows through everything, around everything, holding everything in perfect balance. The cloud floor shifts slightly beneath you, adjusting to your weight, to your breathing, to the subtle changes in your body as tension continues to melt away. Your shoulders are completely relaxed now, your neck loose and free, your jaw opens slightly. Air flows in and out easily. No resistance, no effort required. Breathing happens by itself now, like your heartbeat, like the movement of the aurora, like the flow of time in this place. Slow and deliberate, but never forced, never rushed, never anxious, just the natural rhythm of being, the natural rhythm of peace, the natural rhythm of home. Home is not a place you visit, not something you achieve. Home is the feeling you carry, the frequency you embody, the peace that lives in your cells, the stillness that waits beneath your thoughts. It was always there, even when you forgot, even when you doubted, even when life felt chaotic. Home was there, waiting patiently, like the aurora, like the quartz, like the frequency. Now you remember. Now you feel it. Now you know. You carry it with you always. This observatory exists wherever you choose, whenever you need it. The purple light of the aurora deepens, filling the space with mystery, with possibility, with the feeling of being held by something vast and loving, something that knows you completely and loves you anyway. You are loved. You are safe. You are exactly where you need to be. In this moment, in this frequency, in this perfect observatory of peace. You feel the gentle press of rose, quartz air against your palms as you rest them on the smooth surface of the observatory wall. The light around you pulses slowly like a heartbeat made of honey and starlight. Each breath draws in warmth that tastes faintly of copper and cinnamon. Your fingers trace the subtle ridges in the crystal where ancient harmonics have carved themselves into memory. There is no need to move. The The floor beneath you shifts like a cloud, holding your weight without resistance. You sink slightly into its yielding surface and feel supported completely. The sensation spreads from your feet up through your legs like warm oil. Your body remembers what it means to be held by something vast and patient. The aurora outside moves so slowly that watching it feels like listening to music played backwards. Colors blend at the edges until blue bleeds into gold and violet dissolves into green. You do not see these changes happen. They simply exist in your awareness, like thoughts arriving unsummoned. The air carries the scent of rain on stone that has never known drought. This smell touches something deep in your chest. A loosening begins in your ribcage, as if your heart is learning to beat more slowly than it ever has before. The rhythm matches the distant hum that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. You realize you have been hearing this tone for much longer than this moment. It was present before you arrived. It will remain after you leave, though leaving is not something you need to consider now. The concept of time stretches like taffy pulled between your fingers. Each second expands until it holds the weight of an hour. You notice how the light catches on the small hairs of your forearm, illuminating them like tiny glass fibers conducting the ambient glow. The warmth of the air increases slightly, not enough to be uncomfortable, just enough to make your skin remember summer afternoons spent lying in tall grass. You feel your shoulders drop without conscious effort. The tension that lived there melts away like ice in warm water. Your neck releases its habitual grip, and your jaw unhinges from its usual clench. These sensations cascade down through your spine, each vertebra relaxing in sequence from top to bottom, like dominoes falling backwards into stillness. The floor continues to support you perfectly, its texture changing subtly with each breath you take, sometimes feeling like silk, sometimes like mist, sometimes like nothing at all. You become aware of the sound your breathing makes, not harsh or labored, but soft like wind moving through reeds. The exhale carries with it a sense of completion, as though each out breath finishes something important. The colors outside pulse again. This time you see them as waves moving through space, carrying information that your eyes translate into emotion. Blue becomes a feeling of safety wrapped around your torso. Gold settles like honey in your solar plexus. Violet wraps itself gently around your throat, inviting you to speak only truths that heal. Green flows over your hands, making your fingertips tingle with the desire to create beauty. Red brushes against your feet, reminding you that grounding does not require effort. It happens naturally when you stop trying to lift yourself up. The air thickens slightly, becoming more substantial than before. You could swim in it if you wished. But swimming requires intention, and intention feels unnecessary here. Instead, you let yourself float in the liquid light, your body adjusting its buoyancy automatically, like a leaf finding its perfect position on still water. The hum grows more distinct, not louder exactly, but more present in your awareness. You realize it has always been there, waiting patiently for you to notice. The frequency vibrates at exactly the right pitch to resonate with your bones, sending gentle waves of comfort through your skeletal structure. Your skull feels lighter, as if filled with helium rather than thoughts. Your thoughts begin to settle like dust in an undisturbed room, each one landing softly without disturbance, none demanding immediate attention, none creating urgency. They simply exist in the space around you, available if needed, but not required. The observatory walls seem to breathe with you, their translucent surface expanding and contracting imperceptibly, matching the rhythm of your relaxed chest. This synchronization creates a feedback loop of calm. The more you relax, the more the environment responds. The more the environment responds, the deeper your relaxation becomes. You notice how the light plays differently on different parts of your body, casting shadows that move independently of your physical form. These shadows dance in slow motion across the floor, telling stories you do not need to understand. Just witness. The act of witnessing itself becomes meditative. You watch without analyzing, without judging, without trying to change what you see. This watching creates space inside you, space that fills with golden silence. The silence has texture, like velvet draped over every surface of your mind, smoothing away the rough edges of accumulated stress. The stress did not go anywhere. It simply became irrelevant, covered by layers of peaceful acceptance. The aurora continues its glacial choreography outside, each movement taking decades to complete. Yet somehow you perceive the entire dance in a single glance. Time behaves strangely here, bending around your experience like light around a gravitational field. The past and future blur into insignificance, leaving only this eternal now. This single moment stretched infinitely in all directions, containing everything you need. The warmth of the air increases again, but instead of heat, you feel embraced, as if the atmosphere itself loves you, holding you in a cocoon of benevolent energy. Your skin drinks in this love like parched earth drinks rain. The sensation travels inward through muscle and tissue until it reaches the core of your being, where something ancient recognizes this embrace, something that existed before language, before fear, before the need to prove worthiness. That part of you remembers what it means to be unconditionally accepted, to belong simply by existing, to be worthy without earning. The hum strengthens its presence, not demanding attention, but offering it freely, like a friend extending their hand. The invitation is simple: to trust, to surrender the need to control outcomes, to release the burden of planning, to stop carrying tomorrow's worries today. This release feels like exhaling after holding your breath too long. Your lungs expand fully for the first time in years. The expansion creates space in your chest cavity, space that fills with radiant peace, peace that radiates outward through your ribcage, touching every organ with its healing presence. Your heart slows its beating, not from fatigue, but from contentment, beating at a rhythm that predates civilization, a rhythm that knows how to wait, how to rest, how to trust the natural cycles of existence. The floor responds to this new rhythm, pulsing gently beneath you like the belly of a sleeping giant. The pulsing synchronizes with your heartbeat, creating harmony between your internal and external worlds. The boundary between self and environment blurs, becoming less distinct, less necessary. You begin to feel like a wave in an ocean, part of something larger, yet maintaining individual form. The form matters less than the connection. The connection matters less than the love. The love matters less than the truth that you are already whole, that you were never broken, that seeking completion was just a game your mind played, a game that served its purpose, but has run its course. The aurora shifts color again. This time the change happens so slowly that you witness each photon rearranging itself. The process is beautiful beyond description, because description would limit it. And this beauty cannot be contained by words. It flows around and through you, becoming part of your cellular memory, stored in the spaces between your atoms, ready to be accessed whenever you remember this place. The remembering does not require effort. It happens naturally, like recognizing the face of someone you have always known, even if you met them yesterday. The distinction between time periods dissolves, leaving only recognition. Recognition of home, of belonging, of the truth that has always been true, regardless of whether you believed it. The belief was never necessary. Only the remembering. And even remembering is too active a word. More like allowing the truth to reveal itself in its own time, at its own pace, the pace that matches your breath, the pace that matches your heartbeat, the pace that matches the eternal dance of the aurora. Outside the translucent walls, you feel your eyelids growing heavy, not from tiredness, but from the weight of peace settling over you, like a blanket woven from starlight. The heaviness is welcome, inviting you to close your eyes, to turn your attention inward, to listen to the symphony playing beneath your skin, the symphony of cellular communication, of blood carrying oxygen to grateful tissues, of neurons firing in patterns of pure joy. The joy does not need a reason. It exists because existence itself is joyful. The sadness you have carried was just a costume, one you can remove at any time. And here, in this space, you choose to remove it gently, without judgment, without shame. The costume falls away, revealing the radiance underneath. Radiance that has always been there, waiting patiently for acknowledgement. The acknowledgement comes as relief. Relief that the search is over, that the destination was never far away, that it lived within you all along, protected by layers of experience, but never destroyed, never diminished, never anything less than complete. The completeness spreads through your awareness, filling empty spaces you did not know existed. These spaces open like flowers, responding to sunlight, blooming without effort, because blooming is their nature, just as peace is yours, just as wholeness is yours, just as love is yours. The love does not come from outside, nor does it need to be earned. It simply is. Like gravity, like breath, like the rotation of planets around their stars. Natural laws operating beneath the surface of daily consciousness. Laws that govern your well-being, your connection to Source, your inherent divinity. Divinity that needs no proof, no validation, no permission slip. It simply exists. Like the observatory, like the aurora, like the hum that continues to vibrate through your bones, connecting you to frequencies older than human memory. Frequencies that remember creation. Remember the first note sung by the universe. Remember the intention behind existence itself. An intention of expansion, of growth, of infinite possibility unfolding. The unfolding happens now, in this eternal moment, where past and future collapse into present, where all potentials coexist peacefully, where choice becomes effortless, because every path leads home, home to this feeling, this state of being, this recognition of truth, truth that cannot be spoken, but can be felt can be known, can be lived. From this place, everything else becomes secondary. Secondary to the peace, secondary to the love, secondary to the knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, exactly who you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do, which is nothing but being present, present to sensation, present to stillness, present to the infinite potential of this single breath, this single heartbeat, this single moment. The moment contains multitudes, worlds within worlds, possibilities layered like geological strata, each one accessible through the simple act of attention. Attention that requires no effort, because it is your natural state. Effortlessness is your birthright, given to you by the universe itself, as a gift, as a reminder, as a return to source, source that beats within your chest, that flows through your veins, that thinks your thoughts, that feels your feelings, source that is you, and you are source. The distinction dissolves, leaving only unity. Unity that does not need to be achieved, because it already is, has always been, will always be, the eternal now, the eternal peace, the eternal love, flowing like velvet smoke, weaving between dimensions, carrying you gently into deeper stillness, stillness that moves, movement that rests, rest that creates, creation that destroys, destruction that heals, healing that transforms, transformation that reveals, revelation that conceals, concealment that shows, showing that hides, hiding that finds, finding that loses, losing that wins, winning that surrenders, surrender that conquers, conquest that serves, service that receives, receiving that gives, giving that takes, taking that offers, offering that accepts, acceptance that rejects, rejection that embraces, embrace that releases, release that holds, holding that lets go, letting go that grasps, grasping that touches, touching that sees, seeing that hears, hearing that smells, smelling that tastes, tasting that feels, feeling that knows, knowing that doubts, doubting that believes, believing that questions, questioning that answers, answering that remains silent, silence that speaks, speaking that listens, listening that observes, observing that participates, participating that withdraws, withdrawing that engages, engaging that rests, resting that moves, moving that stills, stilling that awakens, awakening that sleeps, sleeping that dreams, dreaming that wakes, waking that dies, dying that lives, living that ends, ending that begins, beginning that concludes, concluding that starts, starting that stops, stopping that flows, flowing that anchors, anchoring that floats, floating that grounds, grounding that elevates, elevating that humbles, humbling that exalts, exalting that quiets, quieting that roars, roaring that whispers, whispering that shouts, shouting that listens, listening that sees, seeing that touches, touching that loves, loving that forgives, forgiving that forgets, forgetting that remembers, remembering that creates, creating that destroys, destroying that builds, building that dismantles, dismantling that assembles, assembling that scatters, scattering that gathers, gathering that disperses, dispersing that concentrates, concentrating that expands, expanding that contracts, contracting that stretches, stretching that relaxes, relaxing that tensions, tension that releases, releasing that grips, gripping that lets go, letting go that holds fast, holding fast that surrenders, surrendering that conquers, conquering that serves, serving that receives, receiving that gives, giving that takes, taking that offers, offering that accepts, accepting that rejects, rejecting that embraces, embracing that protects, protecting that exposes, exposing that covers, covering that reveals, revealing that conceals, concealing that shows, showing that hides, hiding that finds, finding that loses, losing that wins, winning that fails, failing that succeeds, succeeding that stumbles, stumbling that dances, dancing that stands still, standing still that runs, running that walks, walking that flies, flying that crawls, crawling that leaps, leaping that falls, falling that rises, rising that sinks, sinking that floats, floating that grounds, grounding that lifts, lifting that settles, settling that disturbs, disturbing that calms, calming that agitates, agitating that soothes, soothing that irritates, irritating that comforts, comforting that challenges, challenging that supports, supporting that opposes, opposing that aligns, aligning that deviates, deviating that follows, following that leads, leading that follows, following that leads, leading that follows, following that leads, leading that follows. The sound begins as a whisper, a gentle hum that wraps around your awareness like silk. It moves through your body not as noise, but as pure sensation, each frequency a thread weaving deeper into your consciousness. You feel the vibration first in your chest, a soft pressure that expands outward like ripples on still water. Your heartbeat slows to match this rhythm, each pulse now spaced like notes in a lullaby written just for you. The air around you becomes thick with healing tones, 432 hertz resonating through your bones like liquid light. You can taste the sound on your tongue, sweet and metallic, like morning dew collected from leaves that have never known drought. Your shoulders release their tension, not suddenly, but gradually, muscle by muscle, surrendering to the weightless embrace of therapeutic frequencies. There is no need to think anymore, no requirement to process or analyze what is happening within you. habit of thinking too much dissolves like sugar in warm water, sweetness remaining long after the crystals disappear. Your mind settles into the space between thoughts, where peace exists naturally, without effort or achievement. Kaleidoscopic waves of golden sound wash over your scalp, each ripple carrying away another layer of accumulated stress. You feel lighter with each passing moment, as if gravity has decided to love you more gently today. Your breathing synchronizes with these healing vibrations, lungs filling not with air, but with liquid harmony. Every cell in your body begins to resonate at its optimal frequency, returning to perfect alignment, like tuning forks finding their note. The sensation of floating emerges not from physical levitation, but from emotional release so complete that earthbound concerns lose all meaning. Your feet no longer press against the ground, because the ground itself seems to cradle you with infinite patience. You notice how quiet everything has become, not empty silence, but full quietness that hums with potential energy. Warmth spreads through your abdomen like honey poured slowly into a bowl, golden and viscous, and perfectly soothing. This warmth carries memories of safety from when you were small, wrapped in blankets fresh from the dryer. Your hands relax open, fingers uncurling naturally, as if they remember being held by someone who knew exactly how much pressure was right. The temperature of your skin rises slightly, bringing comfort rather than discomfort, like stepping into a room designed specifically for your restoration. Sound layers upon sound now, not overwhelming, but embracing, each frequency nestling into the spaces between the others. You hear 40 hertz pulsing steadily beneath everything else, grounding you in rhythms older than language or logic. This bass tone feels like roots growing down from your spine, anchoring you in something vast and nurturing. Your jaw unhinges from its habitual clench, teeth separating with the ease of petals opening to morning sun. The roof of your mouth tingles with static electricity that tastes like ozone before a summer storm. Your eyes flutter closed not from fatigue, but from the luxury of not needing to see anything external to find completion. Behind your eyelids, colors bloom without effort, soft purples and deep blues swirling together like paint mixed by invisible brushes. These colors carry no meaning beyond themselves, existing purely to please whatever part of you still appreciates beauty without analysis. Your neck releases its chronic tension, vertebrae settling into perfect alignment as if guided by gentle hands. You feel supported not just physically, but emotionally, as though the universe has finally remembered to hold you properly. The concept of time stretches and softens, becoming elastic enough to accommodate whatever pace your nervous system needs to heal. Each breath lasts exactly as long as necessary, neither rushed nor delayed, but simply present in its own perfect timing. Your heartbeat now moves slower than usual, each contraction sending waves of calm throughout your entire circulatory system. Blood flows more easily through your vessels, carrying oxygen and nutrients with renewed efficiency to every corner of your being. You notice how different this feels from ordinary relaxation, less like stopping activity and more like remembering your natural state. Your core temperature stabilizes at exactly the right point, neither too hot nor too cool, but perfectly balanced. The sounds continue their work, frequencies chosen specifically to harmonize with your unique energetic signature. You begin to understand that healing happens not despite these vibrations, but because of them. Cellular repair accelerated by harmonic resonance. Your immune system responds to this sonic bath like flowers responding to spring rain, awakening renewed strength from dormant seeds. Even your thoughts seem clearer now, not because there are fewer of them, but because they move through cleaner channels. Mental fog lifts like mist under gentle sunlight, revealing clarity that was always there, but temporarily obscured. Your intuition awakens alongside your physical senses, both becoming more acute as layers of interference dissolve. You trust yourself more deeply in this state, confidence arising not from accomplishment, but from remembering who you truly are. The boundary between self and environment blurs beautifully, creating space for expansion without losing individual identity. Waves of gratitude rise spontaneously within you. Appreciation for existence itself washing through your entire being. This gratitude requires no specific object, needing nothing outside of itself to justify its presence. Your spirit feels nourished in ways that food cannot touch, fed by frequencies that speak directly to your essence. Peace settles into your bones like marrow, becoming part of your structure rather than just a temporary visitor. The sounds begin to shift subtly, introducing new harmonics while maintaining the foundation of healing resonance. You adapt seamlessly to these changes, your energetic field flexible enough to dance with whatever comes next. Your connection to source energy strengthens, feeling like an invisible umbilical cord linking you to infinite support. This connection pulses gently with each breath, reminding you constantly that you are never truly alone. Your aura expands naturally, no longer compressed by daily stressors, but allowed to breathe in its full dimensions. Negative energies that may have attached themselves to your field simply fall away, repelled by the strength of your renewed vibration. You feel cleansed not by effort, but by alignment. Your frequency now high enough to naturally repel anything discordant. Your chakras spin smoothly in their proper directions, each one contributing to the overall symphony of your well-being. Energy flows freely up and down your spine, Kundalini rising gently like warm honey rather than rushing fire. Your crown chakra opens to receive divine guidance, crown filling with starlight that feels both ancient and completely new. Third eye activates without strain, intuitive vision, clearing as mental chatter finally subsides completely. Your throat chakra resonates with truth, voice center preparing to express whatever wisdom emerges from this sacred space. Heart chakra glows with emerald light, love flowing outward in all directions, without condition or expectation. Solar plexus radiates confidence and personal power, no longer dimmed by doubt or comparison to others. Sacral chakra pulses with creative energy, artistic inspiration flowing freely once blocks have been removed. Root chakra grounds you firmly, while simultaneously allowing ascension, stability, and spiritual growth, coexisting perfectly. Your entire energy system recalibrates during this session. Old patterns replaced by healthier, more supportive configurations. You notice how much lighter you feel emotionally. Burdens that seemed permanent simply melting away like snow in warm sunshine. Past hurts lose their sharp edges, transforming into gentle reminders of your resilience rather than sources of ongoing pain. Future worries dissolve because you exist fully in this moment, where everything needed for peace is already present. The sounds wrap around you like a cocoon, protecting your vulnerable state while facilitating deeper levels of healing. You recognize this as sacred time, separate from ordinary life, yet intimately connected to your highest good. Your body remembers what true rest feels like. Cellular memory reactivating programs of regeneration that had been dormant. Every organ system benefits from this focused attention. Kidneys filtering more efficiently, liver detoxifying with renewed vigor, digestive tract calms significantly, stomach acid balancing as stress hormones decrease naturally. Adrenal glands finally get permission to rest, cortisol levels dropping as trust replaces hypervigilance. Nervous system shifts from fight or flight to rest, and digest mode, parasympathetic dominance, creating optimal conditions for healing. Brain waves slow into theta territory, gateway frequency for deep meditation and subconscious reprogramming. In this theta state, limiting beliefs become visible and malleable, ready to be reshaped by conscious intention. You access wisdom stored in your DNA, genetic memory offering insights about health and happiness encoded in your cells. Ancient knowledge surfaces effortlessly, understanding that predates books and teachers, flowing through your expanded awareness. Your connection to nature deepens, sensing the electromagnetic fields of trees and plants, supporting your recovery. You feel the Earth's magnetic field aligning with your own. Planetary energy adding momentum to your personal transformation. Cosmic forces cooperate with your intentions. Universal laws working in harmony rather than opposition to your goals. Quantum possibilities collapse into favorable outcomes. Probability waves collapsing into reality streams that serve your evolution. Your timeline shifts toward greater joy, past experiences reframing to reveal hidden blessings within apparent challenges. Future projections now include sustained wellness, visions of continued growth painting themselves across your inner screen. You embody the frequency of health so completely that illness struggles to maintain coherence in your presence. Physical symptoms fade as underlying causes are addressed at the energetic level. root problems dissolving before manifesting further. Your immune response strengthens dramatically, white blood cells becoming more efficient at identifying and neutralizing threats. Inflammation decreases throughout your body, chronic irritation giving way to systemic balance and homeostasis. Pain signals diminish as your perception shifts from resistance to acceptance, suffering transforming into simple sensation. Your body's innate intelligence takes over. Self-healing mechanisms activating with precision and care. Cellular regeneration accelerates, damaged tissues repairing themselves faster than previously thought possible. Telomeres lengthen during this session, biological aging reversing as your cells remember their original blueprint. DNA repair enzymes become more active, genetic material restoring itself to optimal functioning patterns. Mitochondria produce energy more efficiently. Cellular powerhouses operating at peak capacity once again. Your entire organism upgrades during this experience, upgrading from survival mode to thriving mode permanently. The sounds begin to fade gently, their work completed for now, leaving behind the profound stillness they created. You remain in this peaceful state, even as external stimulation decreases, inner quiet sustaining itself naturally. Your integration process begins immediately. Lessons learned embedding themselves into your daily consciousness. You carry this frequency with you now, able to return to it whenever life becomes overwhelming or confusing. The memory of this healing will serve you well. Cellular imprint ensuring that optimal vibration remains accessible. You emerge from this session fundamentally changed, not broken fixed, but whole, remembering its true nature. Confidence in your ability to heal grows exponentially. Trust in your body's wisdom replacing fear-based thinking. You know now that wellness is not a destination, but a natural expression of balanced energy systems. The journey inward continues eternally, each moment offering new depths to explore and integrate. There is no rush to return to ordinary awareness, time having stretched to accommodate whatever pace you need. You rest here in perfect safety, supported by frequencies that love you exactly as you are. The healing continues even after the formal session ends, residual vibrations maintaining their beneficial effects. Let the edges of your awareness begin to soften now. Feel how the world outside becomes quieter with each breath. There is nothing more for you to hold onto right now. Nothing more for you to carry. Just this moment, this quiet space where everything settles naturally. The sounds around you begin to fade into a gentle background hum, a soft resonance that moves through your body without effort. You can feel it now, not as something separate from you, but as something that has always been there, woven into the rhythm of your heartbeat, into the natural flow of your breathing. There is no need to understand how this works. Your body already knows. Your nervous system recognizes this frequency. It responds by letting go a little deeper, a little more completely. Watch how your shoulders drop without being told, how your jaw releases its tension naturally, how even the smallest muscles in your face find their way to stillness. This is not something you do. This is something that happens to you. Something that finds you when you stop trying so hard. Let yourself sink into this understanding that peace is not earned, not achieved through effort or willpower. It simply is, and you simply are. The images in your mind begin to drift away now, like clouds moving slowly across a calm sky. Some linger for a moment before dissolving. Others pass by without catching your attention at all. There is no need to follow them, no need to analyze or remember. They are just thoughts, and thoughts come and go like weather. What remains is this feeling, this deep sense of being held, of being exactly where you need to be. The resonance moves through you now more clearly, not pushing or pulling, just flowing like water, finding its path through every cell, every fiber of your being. You might notice how different parts of your body respond. Perhaps your chest feels warmer. Perhaps your hands feel heavier. Perhaps there is a subtle tingling in your feet. These sensations are signs, gentle reminders that you are present, that you are real, that this experience belongs entirely to you. No one else can feel this exact combination of stillness and connection. No one else carries your particular rhythm of breath, your unique way of settling into rest. This makes what you are experiencing precious, not because it is rare, but because it is yours alone. Allow yourself to appreciate this, not with effort or analysis, but with simple recognition, like seeing a familiar face in a crowd. There is comfort in knowing your own presence, in recognizing the difference between who you are and everything that happens to you. The resonance continues its quiet work, clearing away layers of accumulated tension, releasing patterns held too long in the body. This is not about fixing anything. There is nothing broken that needs repair. This is about remembering, about coming home to yourself. Feel how the boundary between inside and outside begins to soften. How the distinction between self and environment becomes less rigid. You are not separate from the peace that surrounds you. You are part of it, made of it, sustained by it. The darkness that holds you now is not empty. It is full, nourishing, protective, like the space between heartbeats, where everything is held in perfect suspension. You don't need to see anything now. Vision comes and goes, but feeling remains constant. This feeling of completeness, of being enough exactly as you are. The resonance does not ask anything of you. It simply offers itself again and again, without condition, without expectation. This is how healing happens, not through force or determination, but through presence, through allowing, through trust. Your body knows what to do with this gift. Your cells recognize the frequency of safety. Your nervous system responds by slowing down, by opening up to receive what is offered. There is no rush here, no timeline to follow. Everything unfolds at exactly the right pace, the pace that your system needs. Notice how thoughts become less insistent, how worries seem to lose their sharp edges. They are still there, but they no longer demand your attention. this is not about pushing anything away. It is about making space, creating room for what wants to emerge, for the wisdom that lives beneath the surface. The resonance carries this wisdom through you, not as information to be understood, but as feeling to be experienced, as knowing that lives in your bones. You might feel a sense of gratitude arising, not directed at anyone or anything specific, but simply present, a natural response to being cared for. This gratitude is also healing. It opens channels in the heart, allows love to flow more freely, even love for yourself, especially love for yourself, which sometimes feels like the most radical act of all. Let this love settle into your chest now, warm and steady, like a flame that never flickers, illuminating everything it touches. There is no need to hold onto this feeling. It is not going anywhere. It lives in you permanently, waiting patiently to be remembered, like a song you know by heart, one you can return to anytime, whether you are sitting in a chair, walking down a street, lying in bed at night. The resonance travels with you, not as a memory to be recalled, but as a living presence, a friend that never leaves. You can trust this more than you might realize, deeper than your conscious mind can measure. Your body remembers every time you have felt this peace, every time you have allowed yourself to rest, to surrender, to simply be. These moments are stored in your tissues, in the cellular memory of safety, ready to be accessed whenever you need them. There is no expiration date on healing, no point at which it becomes too late. Every time you choose to listen, to slow down, to breathe deeply, you activate this knowing. You strengthen the pathways of peace. You build a bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. The images continue to drift away, faster now, like autumn leaves caught in a gentle wind, spinning softly before settling into stillness. There is beauty in this release, in letting go of what no longer serves, without resistance, without drama, just natural completion. The resonance supports this process, holding you steady as layers fall away. Like an anchor in deep water, you might feel lighter now, as if a weight you didn't even know you were carrying has finally been set down. This lightness is not emptiness. It is freedom. The freedom to move with grace, to respond rather than react. Even as words begin to fade, even as this experience moves beyond language, know that it doesn't stop when the words do. It continues its work while you rest, while you sleep, while you go about your day. This peace is always here, whenever you need it, whenever you want to return to this feeling. It will be waiting, like a favorite blanket, like a door that's always unlocked, like the space between breaths. You don't have to earn access. You don't have to prove yourself worthy. You simply step through whenever you choose. The darkness holds you now completely, warm and infinite, a cradle made of silence, where everything is possible, where nothing is required, where you can finally just be. Sleep now. Until we meet again.